Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you for escaping with us. That's Alex. I'm Andrew.
And as always, with great power comes great Life of Chuck ability. You saw Life of Chuck last night.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell you you're wrong.
I'm so excited to hear your opinions. Yeah, so what did you think of it? You loved it.
I loved it, yeah.
I don't get it.
I get it. You're going to die. Be happy. Ta-da. I'm just kidding. That's not the whole point of the movie.
Yeah, but like, I was so much more interested in the Chiwetel Ejiofor, Karen Gillan stuff at the start. And then
But I think...
when I found out that it's like, oh, that's just...
Spoiler alerts.
Sorry.
I mean, this is coming out in 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
we're
getting ahead, everyone.
Yes.
Peeling back the curtain.
We are way ahead.
He's going to be out of town for a few days, then I'm out of town for like 2 weeks, so we're trying to get ahead.
Correct.
So they've seen the 3C episode. They've seen the David episode.
You have, yep.
They've seen the bonus episode with 3C on the Patreon.
Yes. They've seen the bonus bracket
with David on the Patreon. I thought it was all interesting. They do start strong with the Act 3 stuff, so spoiler alert, and the Act 3 stuff is just all the stuff that's going on in his mind as he's dying, and it's a slow reveal of that, and it's very cool, and I love the way that they reveal it, and you do care about all those characters, but that doesn't take away from Act 2 and 3, so they go backwards. They start with Act 3, and they go Act 2, Act 1, and you're kind of going through the life of Chuck backwards, and the Act 3 is basically like this world that he has in his mind, and they explain it later that you contain multitudes, and there's like a little speech about everyone you meet, you're kind of creating your own universe in your head.
Yeah, of them.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was like a cool, unique, interesting concept, but that alone is not enough for me to like the movie. I didn't find any of the actual Tom Hiddleston stuff in Act 2 or the Jacob Tremblay stuff in Act 3 interesting at all.
The drum dance sequence is like my favorite scene of any movie this year.
Really?
After maybe like something from Sinners.
Why would you care? Because we don't know anything about him up until this point. This is the first time you see him.
You know enough about him that he's going to die, and then the Ron Perlman narration is really hits home because he's talking about who this character is, and then it kind of leads into him being like, he doesn't know in 9 months he's got 9 months to live.
Yeah.
So I cared.
Interesting. So what do you give it out of 10?
8.5. I would watch it again. It's my third favorite of the year.
I was about to say, where does it rank for you? So it's behind...
After Sinners and Neja 2.
Wow, you like it more than Thunderbolts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I cried. I was bopping. I was having fun.
I'm happy for it.
It's not perfect, and it's a little
worst.
The Act 1 with him as a kid dancing, and so many people are in this movie, by the way.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
Ron Perlman is narrating, and then the scene with the teacher talking to the parents of the kids, like every one of those
it's Dasta Malchan, and it's the dude from that I like. He's Perito in Puss in Boots: Last Wish, but what is it?
There are a bunch of cameos.
What We Do in the Shadows,
and then obviously Karen Gillan, and then Mark Hamill is in it, and Ron Perlman, I believe, is doing the voiceover. And the girl from Megan and Thunderbolts, young Yelena, is in it.
Not Ron Perlman.
Is it not Ron Perlman?
It's the actor for Ron Swanson.
That's what I mean.
Yes, but what the frick is his name? Dang it.
Ron Swanson actor.
Yeah.
Nick Offerman.
Him. Yeah, he's the narrator. Mm-hmm. It's a great cast. And Mike Flanagan's wife is in it. She's the teacher, and she's great every time I see her. But, I just me and Brandon, who saw it together, we just did not care about it at all. It's one of my least favorite movies of the year.
No.
I'm happy for you,
Agree, disagree.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I really like it.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got going this episode?
So we have a little surprise thing that we're going to start with for you. We've got a Would You Rather. We've got 15 fun Would You Rathers.
I have 2.
Oh, so we've got 17 Would You Rathers.
That's okay.
Yeah, of course. You could start it and end it.
Yeah.
That would be fun. You'll bookend us.
Yes.
Yep. And then,
I'm the caboose.
Correct. As always.
And the line leader.
Sure.
I get
exactly.
Best of both worlds. Okay. Sorry, I'll shut
So
up.
you're the problem child and the teacher's pet.
Which ones you think?
Problem child's at the end.
Really?
Yep.
I thought problem child, I want to be the center of attention. I want to be the line leader.
No, line leader is like the teacher's pet, and the fucking guy in the back
is doing drugs.
The teacher has to keep an eye on him.
He's doing drugs back there.
Or her.
Girls don't do drugs.
No, you're right.
I don't know.
And then we do have a new Pixar movie in theaters.
Yep.
Elio. So we're going to do a bracket today based on our, we're going to be doing 64 different Pixar scenes. It's going to be, we're getting to the nitty gritty of what's the best scene in all of Pixar
So we're going to
history.
have to, how is it animated? The comedy? Is it one of those emotional Pixar scenes? We're going to have to compare. It's going to be fun.
Bracket.
I also have a trivia segment for you.
That's
no
right.
punishment, but if you get enough, you get a prize.
Great. All right. So very good. So let's start out with my surprise segment.
Okay.
Which is a little bit of a soapbox moment, but don't worry. I promise you it'll get to something interesting. All right. So as you all know, I'm not the biggest fan of AI. So I have taken on a crusade to make sure that I buy as much art by real artists as possible this year. And I really wanted to highlight this artist and this painting I got this week.
Yeah, it's sick.
From Jamie Brinley. This is a one of one. This is the original. Now you can buy the prints of this. I know that some of y'all already have, which is sick. But obviously it is Invincible from season 3. It's called Bloodbath. This is just an amazing piece of art, and I'm so excited about it. So shout out Jamie for that. And there seems to be another piece of art here.
Oh my goodness.
Huh.
What's going on?
I wonder
This is crazy.
what could possibly be on here other than a moment commemorating something that's
Oh,
happened so often in the house. Oh! How many times have we seen this move? Oh, how funny is that?
Okay.
I didn't even know this was even here.
Okay. All right. Open season. Of course you realize this means war.
How funny is this? Oh, and you've been playing Pikachu recently, haven't you?
I played Pikachu like one time.
Wow. Oh, and it's funny. He's titled it. The title of the painting is Good Night. What a great title. Because often this is the end of a game between you and me.
If we get to 1,700 patrons, I will take that and I will literally snap it in half.
It was quite expensive.
Well, patrons, it's up to you. Well, that's a little gross. Thanks for that.
What a great start to the episode.
Oh, of course. I can't wait to buy everything Man of Steel related, everything 49ers related. Yeah.
Thought you would enjoy that.
It is pretty impressive. It's a nice...
Awesome.
We'll have to get a Samus one.
I did it. I almost made it Samus, and I was like, that's too much. I was like, I don't want it to go.
No, you totally should have. No. You commissioned it?
Yes.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, Samus would have made it. Because then I would get one of me back airing you into the side of the freaking...
That's funny, yeah. No, I thought... Yeah. But I thought, because you play Pikachu very rarely, but sometimes, because I like Pikachu, right? This is going to be my house the rest of my life. I don't want...
Yeah, where's that going?
Probably my room.
Okay, good.
But I'm going to do the Invincible one on this set. I'm going to kind of redo my area for a little bit, as I always do. You want to hop into your trivia, or do you want to hop into Would You Rather?
Let's do Would You Rather.
Okay.
So I'm starting.
Sure. Yes, you are. Line leader.
The teacher's pet?
Yes.
Would you rather have your favorite film in every franchise or every film but your favorite from every franchise? So either you get A New Hope and Infinity War and whatever, or you get every other movie in the entire franchise but not your favorite.
So when you first gave me this prompt, immediately thought, okay, I'm taking favorite.
Yeah.
But now that you said it out loud,
it's just a numbers game.
I can't. Yeah.
I love Infinity War and A New Hope, but I would rather have Civil War, Winter Soldier, No Way Home, Endgame, etc. Avengers. No, that would be the one that I lose.
Yeah.
But
you would lose Avengers, but you would rather have Civil War, Infinity War, etc.
Exactly.
Yeah. No,
it's tough though to lose the best.
It is tough to lose the best. But if I decide that New Hope is the best, I keep Empire. I'm chilling with Empire.
You'd lose Fallout or Rogue Nation, but you'd keep all the rest of Mission Impossible.
Yeah, like suck to lose Romulus, but I still get Aliens. Yeah, I just you're right. It is a numbers game. I'm keeping the general, just because the MCU is the best example of this. What, I'm going to get rid of 35 movies for Infinity War?
Yeah, no, it's too. No, it's
not happening.
No.
This is an interesting one. Really interested to hear your answer on this. Would you rather never use Apple Maps or any form of digital GPS again, or never be able to use a credit card or debit card again? All of your money forever for the rest of your life is in cash.
I feel like I have to get rid of maps.
I have to get rid of the cards. I'm paying everything in cash.
You don't have a car.
You're right.
So what the frick?
You're right. But I can't drive anywhere without Apple Maps.
You can have someone else drive or print out the directions.
Yeah, on a fucking map? What are we doing
No,
here?
it'll literally be like, then you turn right. MapQuest, baby, back in the day.
Yeah.
It'll give you step-by-step directions.
I guess I would do that, but that's...
The one time you drive a week, you need that?
Yeah, you're cooking. You're right. You cooked me. That's a very good point.
That's the other name for the podcast that we almost named it. Andrew Cooks Alex, because it happens so often.
That's not true.
Next question?
All right. Would you rather Superman save you from a high building or Spider-Man save you from a car that's about to hit you?
Spider-Man. My neck's not going to get broken, right?
In neither. You are going to be safe in both of these. It's just kind of about appreciating the moment.
I know,
You do get to fly with Superman, but the aura of Spider-Man catching a car...
what if he swings through and grabs me?
Oh,
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to get Gwen Stacy'd.
You're not going to get Gwen Stacy'd.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man for you, isn't it?
But is it possible for me to swing and save myself?
Because you're Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Since when?
What the
You're like a cheap imitation.
You need to take a step back this episode. You need to cool your jets.
I'm coming in hot.
K-roll bullcrap and your Spider-Man.
I'm coming in hot today. We're just getting lubricated for this bracket.
What's the word I'm thinking of? Your Spider-Man. What's the word? Come on.
Spider-Manception.
No, like
What are you trying to describe
like
here?
disrespectful. Your slander.
There you go. Slander is liable.
No.
What is it?
No, it's libel. Libel's written. Slander's out loud. Slander is something you say. What's the line?
I don't know, but it's a great line.
It's a great line.
It's a great
I'm going
line.
to sue you for slander. It's libel.
Yeah. So good. Would you rather have a breakup that ends poorly, severing ties with not only that person, but your friend group at large? Or Zutara happens in the new animated Atla movie, which is canon to the show?
I would not only have the breakup, but then I would have my entire friend group like murdered.
Rather than Zutara be canon to the original
You know,
TV
Would
show.
You rather right before this about the car crash?
Uh-huh.
I would put all my friends in that car crash and tell Spider-Man not to save them. If it meant that Zutara wouldn't happen. Yeah.
Let me ask you. If they do some kind of fling or romance or something
Stop.
with
I'm
Zuko
uncomfortable.
and Katara,
You need to take a chill pill this episode.
in the animated live action, in the animated Avatar: The Last Airbender movie that comes out that is canon to the show. If they do like a kiss or anything like that, will you take it upon yourself to murder the people in charge?
I would definitely try, but no, I wouldn't.
Libel.
Yeah, I don't. That would be used in court. I don't like the energy that I'm getting here from you. What's the next would you rather? Is it about my mom disowning me or something?
No, it's a fun one. It's got to do with parks.
I would rather have a bad breakup. I've been there, done that.
Oh, that was a more personal one for you.
Yeah, I've been through the rigmarole.
The ringer, I thought
The
it was.
ringer, yeah.
Not rigmarole. I think you used that incorrectly.
I think my crash out for a canon Zutara would put Who Cares You Do to shame. It would be bad. I don't know if I'd be able to.
Canon Zutara is significantly worse than live action Zutara. We're in agreement?
Yes.
Of course.
But both are bad. Both will get a crash out from me. But yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to like function.
Because it would have to be a Katara-Zuko affair, because Aang and Katara still have kids.
I'm getting uncomfortable.
Right? Tenzin is Aang's child.
There's no way they're going to do that in the animated. There's just no way.
But what if they did?
They can't.
But you're still of the opinion they will do it in the live action?
No.
You hope not,
I
but
hope
you're
not.
a little bit delusional in your hope.
I'm just assuming that they're not delusional.
I'm getting to the point where I'm excited for the crash out. I know that I'm not rooting for it because I'm in agreement with you. Zutara
Everyone
is
comment
awful.
L Rams. Thank you.
Zutara is awful. I'm in agreement with that. But I do think that's where they're going in live action. And I
hope the 49ers win. I hope the Panthers lose.
Well, that's terrible.
I hope.
We have a game tonight.
I hope Superman and Fantastic Four make no money.
Well, that's terrible for you. That's awful for business. You're ruining your own life now.
Well,
here we go. Let's change the subject here. Would you rather have a Disney annual pass, but Animal Kingdom is always blacked out?
Okay.
Or a Universal annual pass, but Epic Universe is always blacked out?
So I would just have to buy a ticket to go to that.
No. You can never go. You can never go to it. So but you can always go to Disney, but you can never go to Animal Kingdom, so you won't get Pandora. Anything that they add to Animal Kingdom, you don't get to participate in. Or you can always go to Universal, but you do not get Epic Universe.
I'd rather just not have an annual pass to either.
Yeah. But it's a would you rather.
Yeah. I have gone to Animal Kingdom more, so I'm going to take that one. I've only been to Epic Universe one singular day. I've been to Animal Kingdom I don't know how many times.
Gotcha. So you would like to, let's say you've experienced Animal Kingdom 100 times, you would like to experience Epic Universe 100 times.
Correct.
That's fair. That's a really fair thought process. But it means,
using my little gray cells.
It means no more Flight of Passage.
I know.
Which I understand how much you loved Epic Universe. There was nothing in Epic Universe better than Flight of Passage. Correct?
Correct. But Epic Universe is potentially better overall than Animal Kingdom.
Fair, because Animal Kingdom really only has Flight of Passage. And Everest is fun sometimes.
And they're getting rid of Dinosaur.
I know.
Muppets is gone forever now.
I know. Are you distraught?
A little bit.
I'm sorry.
Not as much as this episode is making me.
Fair.
Next.
This is another fun one. Again, we're staying positive right now. Would you rather No Way Home re-releases this Christmas in theaters, or Avengers 1 re-releases summer?
Avengers 1.
You want to see that again in the big screen. How many times did you see that in theaters?
I can't remember.
What do you mean?
A few times, maybe. Like, I remember how many times I saw No Way Home. Like, I remember the in-game experience. Like, I remember Avengers. I remember going to see it with a group. Like, I remember when it happened, but like, not like this.
Yeah.
No Way Home is more recent. Avengers came out in 2012.
No, I'm with you. Do you know my Avengers 1 thing? So I remember distinctly. So I saw 3 movies in one day that day. We did like one of those where we just hopped from theater to theater at a theater. And we saw 2 movies that were not good. One of them was like an animated Pirates movie. That was ass. And I can't remember the other one. But Avengers was the last one we saw. And I did not think it was going to be great because I didn't really like the Thor movie. I didn't really like Hulk. So I was like, is this going to be good? Whatever. I'll never forget the moment that I'm in that theater and Nick Fury, they're gamma radiation, nothing too crazy. What is it?
Nothing harmful. Low levels of gamma radiation.
That can be harmful. And I knew it. In that moment, I was like, this is going to be a masterpiece. I saw that movie 4 or 5 times in theaters. I don't remember the exact number. It's just every day I would just be like, hey, can we go see Avengers today? Like, it was my favorite movie of all time at the time. It was just, it's the best. Okay. So another reason why I totally respect your take on that, just because you're so correct in that. When that movie came out, there was nothing like it. And I think I have the same answer as you. I think I'm going Avengers 1 re-release. And you know what? We would rent out a fucking theater for that.
Oh my gosh.
And it would be a fucking event. And it would be awesome.
Yeah.
Would you rather X-Men 97 Season 2 be great and as good as Season 1, or The Penguin Season 2 release it all? No guarantee about the quality.
X-Men 97. I like The Penguin.
But
it
stands alone. I don't need them to touch it again.
Yeah. It had a good ending. Like, the ending was jaw-dropping, but that could have wrapped it up. You know what I mean? There are a lot more loose ends to X-Men 97.
Yep.
And I think that'd be a little more fun.
And this guarantees that it's great.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a good thing, because I don't think it will.
Can we turn that K-Rule painting around? I don't want to keep staring at it.
I could bring it closer to you, but I can't turn it around.
But you can. That's the thing. You just use your arms.
So you want it like right here. All right. There you go.
Okay. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Would you rather?
I'll break it right now. How mad would you be?
It was pretty expensive.
More or less. I don't know how to do that. How do I put it in podcast terms? More or less than my Wicked poster. Less. But around half, maybe? A little less than half?
I would say that if I remember that number correctly.
Okay, yeah. I think that'd be worth you getting mad at me a little bit.
I would be pressed. I'm going to go ahead and move this back.
Maybe you should flip it around.
No.
No.
It was between... He wanted it to be a one-word title, but it was between that, Good Night, or The Cosby Show was my other.
Nice.
Was my other name. Would you rather I never complain about a movie being gray ever again, or I never complain about bad CGI ever again? Two complaints I have that often anger you or irk you.
The frick was that? Probably the gray. Yeah, probably the gray.
Would you rather never play Smash again or never do a Nerf war again?
Never do the Nerf war again, obviously. Obviously.
But the Nerf war the other night was so much fun.
It was super fun.
So much
Here's
fun.
a little peek into the house.
Yeah.
How the house operates. We saw Ballerina.
Yes, we did.
Good movie, by the way.
Good movie. My first John Wick movie.
Yeah.
Super fun. Go see it. It's so much fun.
And you came out of it and you're like, are they all like this? And I was like, kinda.
I can't wait to watch the whole franchise. Great.
And we were immediately like fake shooting each other in the theater and like whatever, being all fun. And then we were
pretty much everybody in the house was participating.
And we were driving on the street and I was rolling down the window and shooting at Zach in the other car and everything. So I got home first and I immediately ran to the backyard and got 2 Nerf guns. And then I ran back up to the front. And at that time, Zach was walking up to the front door. And I opened the front door and he's like this. And I actually have a Nerf gun and I shoot him and it like grazes his cheek. And he's like, wow. And then you're walking down the street. So I run out to the street and like slide you a Nerf gun. And then I like hide behind a tree. And then we have a whole Nerf war. And Zach comes back out and like puts me in a chokehold. It was a good time.
So much fun.
It made me want to do a full Nerf war again.
Me too. We should. We really should have a Nerf war soon. All right, here's a good one. This may be the hardest one on here. Would you rather your local WNBA team win a championship or receive $5?
Probably. It's the $5 in cash?
Yep.
I'll take that.
All right. Go Sparks. I'm picking my WNBA team to win a championship. Kelsey Plum, Cameron Brink taking us to the promised land.
But I get like a Coke.
That's true.
I get like a cherry Coke when I go to the AMC.
That's true. You could get a cherry Coke at the AMC.
That affects my life infinitely more
than your local WNBA team winning a championship.
No disrespect. I'm just being honest.
No, that's fair. You know, there are many people would answer $5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not.
What?
Go Sparks. What?
What can you get?
With $5? Probably a lot.
Get with $5. 41 things that will just be the best $5 you'll ever spend.
Oh.
Stainless steel stirring spoon that looks like a cat.
Nice.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
A bottle of Repel insect repellent. I'll take
it.
I'll take it. Super bubbly, glistening disposer care, foaming drain and pipe cleaner.
Nice.
I'll take that.
Need that.
A pair of knitted cotton socks that say, Master has given Dobby a sock, Dobby is free. I'll definitely take that.
Nice. You might buy that right now.
I'll take all of that over the Sparks winning. I'm so sorry.
All right. Would you rather see another Conjuring movie directed by James Wan or another Saw movie directed by James Wan?
Sorry. Saw.
That's fair. That's your favorite.
Saw.
Really? Even though Conjuring 2 is like one of your favorite horror movies of all time, so was Jigsaw, which is not made by James Wan.
Doesn't matter. You know what I'm seeing on Sunday?
What are you seeing on Sunday?
At 6:30 p.m. with some of my friends,
what
Saw the musical.
No fucking shit. How does that exist?
It's like an unlicensed parody. It's like let's see about they had a national tour. Like look at this.
Is there room? Can I get tickets to this?
It was a really small theater. I don't know if there were any.
Damn.
But I can look. Saw the musical, the unauthorized parody, Saw premieres. Yeah, I'm excited.
What the fuck? That's hilarious, dude.
Ooh, it's very adult, apparently.
That's exciting.
Strobe effects. Yeah, the pictures look amazing.
How funny.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a waste of money, but I don't know.
Would you rather this is a good one. Would you rather marry someone that constantly undermines your success and doesn't respect you, or never get married at all?
Never get married.
Really?
Yeah.
You're never going to have sex. You're going to die a virgin.
But I got breaded. I'm breaded.
You're breaded, and you're not breaded with somebody constantly, and you're being like, you're not breaded.
Yeah, and undermining my success. If they're undermining my success, then I'm going to be broke. Or
no, undermine is like a like you just got us a really big brand deal, and I'm like, it's not that big.
No, that's not. No, that's a different word.
I don't think you're correct.
I don't think you're
Google
correct.
this shit. What if it's both?
Undermine is like mess up. Like you.
Really?
Yeah, lessen the effectiveness, power, or ability of something, especially gradually or insidiously.
Huh.
Erode the base or foundation.
Huh.
You're like not undermine, but like underplaying. There's another word.
Okay, yeah. So, would you rather marry someone that constantly downplays your success?
Downplays is the word, yes.
So, marry someone that constantly downplays your success and doesn't respect you, or never get married at all. This person doesn't affect your successfulness, but constantly makes you feel like less than.
Okay. Are they Jenna Ortega?
No.
Are they same level of hotness?
Sure.
Okay. How's the sexual relations?
That's up to you.
Okay, well, if it's up to me, it's going to be a 10 out of 10.
Nice. So you're going with this option now.
I'm just trying to lay the groundwork here.
Uh-huh.
How's her attitude with everything else?
She's great. But, like, she really, like... and
So it's just my career.
Yeah, but your job's obviously a big part of your life.
For sure.
And it's something you're really good at and really successful at, and this person is never going to be supportive of that.
Is she like a nerd? Does she like her house? Does she want kids?
Wants kids, religious, checks all the other boxes you want.
So look, we'll go to movies with me and everything. It's just whenever I bring up the podcast or Wafello or making videos or doing magic.
You post a video and it's doing pretty well, and she was like, I thought that was a shitty video.
Okay, I'll get married and I'll just never talk to her about work.
But she brings it up. It's a topic of conversation at least weekly, even if you avoid it. And it will always be mean.
Okay, then no.
I'm just asking. I'm trying to give you a way here.
I can't just be like, we're not talking about it.
No, she's going to bring it up. It's going to be actually the root of many fights. Is that you are asking her to not bring it up, and then she's just going to be like, but you're making ass shit. Then she's going to turn to you, and she's going to go, look at this person who makes way better videos than you. And it's somebody that makes worse videos than you.
No, I'm not doing that.
Uh-huh.
Can I divorce her? And take
your brother is going to be real upset at you.
Yeah, but I would... yes, he would. But I would take all my success with me.
Uh-huh. Sure. And then you do get to have sex with a Jenna Ortega level hot person where the sex is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and then, yeah. That's terrible.
It was a good one, though.
That's a good one.
Would you rather Superman make $1 billion or Fantastic Four make $1 billion?
I'd rather Meg to
I knew it. I have it. I had it written down. Don't worry about it. No, but give me a real answer.
Superman. Easily. I'm
because the MCU's been there, done that.
Sure, and this is way more important. Superman is more important than Fantastic Four. I'm so sorry. And I am getting more excited about Superman.
It's everywhere. Did you see on the Pyramid of Giza?
Superman was on the Pyramid of Giza?
They've got a Superman flag. They've got the Superman flag sticking out of the Eiffel Tower. They've got it on the Tower Bridge. It's everywhere.
I'm not watching any more of the trailers.
You didn't see the recent one, did you?
I didn't watch the recent one. I've seen clips, but I'm trying to avoid.
We did a barbecue with Soups yesterday, and Soups was mad at me 2 weeks ago when they released that trailer, and I didn't watch it. He was like, really, you're not going to watch it? You should really watch this trailer.
No.
The one from yesterday, he was like, that's the one you don't watch. He was like, it's really spoilery.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
So I've seen some clips. I've seen,
me too.
Superman and Krypto are like
yep.
tag teaming. It's cool. But the more, like, it could still suck. I am of the opinion that the first couple trailers were great and they were very fun, but they didn't convince me that this movie's going to be good.
Yep.
I'm getting more and more excited about it.
Yep.
Everything I see from David, everything I see from James and Rachel, everything I see from this marketing department, every behind the scenes thing I see, I'm locked. Tickets are on sale. We need to get some.
I hope we don't have to get sent.
I hope so too.
We probably should send an email today. Just being like, hey, LA premiere. We've done a lot of
or just an
promotion
early
for you.
screening, at least. But obviously,
I think we're safe on that department. But I would really like to be at the premiere. Here's an impromptu would you rather. No, it's such an obvious answer. I'm not even going to do it. Would you rather James Cameron's Avatar Fire and Ash rips off Atla in ways we couldn't have predicted, and it really is just an imitation, or Avatar Fire and Ash is a completely new story and the similarities we already know about are the only ones present?
so I'm obviously going to pick the one
Where it's more original?
where it's more original.
Yeah.
That's what I would rather do. The only way I'm picking the first one
Yeah.
is if he rips off everything, and the only thing that he changes is that the Avatar, Pandora, Na'vi people, the Zuko and the Katara versions of them get together, and then this is a universally, critically dogged movie, and everyone hates it, and it makes no money. So then I can be like, look, see, Zutara didn't work on Pandora, it doesn't work here either.
Interesting. I am honestly pretty close to it being fine that it's a cheap imitation. Because...
Well, it's definitely not cheap.
Well, yeah, you're right.
It costs a lot.
I'm pretty close to saying I'm like okay with the imitation because then I know it'll be good. Does that make sense? You don't think so?
No, it didn't work for Last Jedi. Got him.
Would you rather?
Oh, I got him.
Would you rather Michael Bay come back to the Transformers franchise,
Okay.
or Tom Cruise come back for another Mission Impossible?
Let Mission Impossible be. Do spin-offs.
Oh,
It's fine. He's getting so old. He can't hold on to the side of a plane much longer. You know what I mean?
Huh.
You
I'm
see that
answering-
John Williams is 93?
yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
I'm answering Tom Cruise.
I'm answering whatever the frick they
Michael
are.
Bay.
Yeah.
That would be fun. To
As
have
long
him
as
back.
Linkin Park comes back as well. And Shia LaBeouf. I'd rather Shia LaBeouf come back, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, how about we get the whole band back together?
Yeah, literally.
Fabulous. Right? That's the name of the Phineas and Ferb song. We're getting the band back together.
Oh, nice.
That's my answer, by the way. That's my favorite Phineas and Ferb song.
I'm not mad at that.
That one or Busted. That's the top two.
Not mad at either of those. Yeah.
And then I'll do 104 Days.
The
as
theme
third
song.
place. Yeah, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Good picks.
What's overall your favorite? I didn't watch your list.
Squirrels in My Pants.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Get you-
Iconic. I mean, I remember when that happened.
Yeah.
Are you aware that, like, Phineas and Ferb, it premiered after High School Musical 2, which I remember that, but that's why I remember it was the roller coaster or whatever. You aware that it's, like, the most watched, like, kids' television program of all time is the premiere of Phineas and Ferb?
Really?
10 million viewers?
Because High School
It was
Musical.
after High School
Yeah,
Musical,
because of
exactly,
High-
but, like, people stayed.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's really good. Like, to put it in perspective, like, the NBA Finals gets, like, 6 million.
Rachel, come in. Your girlfriend's just being a little peeping Tom freak over there.
Yeah, she's a weirdo. Oh, now I hear them laughing. They're giggling about something.
They're so funny.
Yeah. All right, Mr.
Last
Pro-
one. Now
problem-
I'm the problem child.
Problem child that's doing drugs in the back of the line,
Yep.
but isn't a woman because women do
Do
not do drugs. We are a feminist podcast.
What kind of drugs am I doing? What am I hitting up? Am I doing some of
Viagra.
this? Oh,
It's a penis drug.
I know what Viagra is. Can you get high on Viagra?
You better believe it. You chop it up and you snort it.
So you'd be boned and high at the same time?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah.
Would you rather delete the Escape Pod Discord server or choose 3 people of the house to move out and never return? Now,
Oh, this is a great
this
question.
is a great one.
Yeah.
Here's my answer. If it's choose 3 people to move out of the house and never return, meaning they can't even come back to the house to visit or hang out,
Okay.
I am not picking that one.
Okay.
But if they can come back and hang out, I am picking that one.
Okay. The Discord is a beautiful thing that we have.
Because the other thing, the other flip side of it is if it's the Discord server and delete means we can delete it and then immediately start a new one and
Yeah,
build
I
that
would
one.
do that. I would do that.
But if it means we have to delete a Discord server and never have one, then I'm not picking that. You
That's
know what I
not
mean?
really an option.
Yeah.
If it's delete and never have one again, I'm not doing that. That's not an option for the podcast. Our Discord is just a beautiful, amazing community for our fans to engage, not only with us, but each other and really make friendships that will last a lifetime. There are people that live together today that met through our Discord. This is a pretty special thing that we get to say. So the Discord is staying at all costs. So let's decide who we're kicking out. Rachel is an easy answer.
Oh, perfect. Great. Okay. Yeah, get her out.
Rachel's an easy answer. I would go Dylan. Mm-hmm. Correct. I think gels with the house the least amount. Just because he's not as much of a nerd as everybody else.
And he's also traveling a bunch right now.
He is traveling a bunch right now. He barely lives with us as is.
Yeah. And also, the reason he moved in was obviously he's grown more than this, but it was because of a girl. And the girl is no longer
here. That's correct.
But obviously we loved it.
We love Dylan. We do not want any of these people to leave. Now, the last answer is the interesting one. Is it Angel or is it Zach?
I think it's Angel.
I think so too. Apparently he's saving up for a house and isn't telling anybody about it.
Whoa. Let's just out him on our very public podcast.
Yep. Can you believe that?
No, I'm saving for a house. I don't rock with you guys.
Clearly not. Goodness gracious. I'm not saving up for a house. I'm buying art.
Yeah. You're being a douchebag about it. It's great. I'm going to buy a house and paint the front of the house Samus. That'll be my piece of art. And I'm going to have AI do it. Frick you.
I hate you so much. I have such a beautiful, wonderful gift coming in for you. It's like one of the best gifts of all time.
Are we done? We're going to my trivia segment.
Sure, let's do it. All right, I have such a sweet gift.
Sorry, audio listeners. It's a visual trivia game.
Oh, that's terrible.
You are...
Hat guy?
That's correct. You're going to guess the movie based on the hat.
Oh, great trivia. Great idea here, Andrew. I mean, really, you get a clink for that one.
I know.
All right, we're guessing the movie based on the hat. Let's lock in here, baby. Let's
Starting
go.
with a semi-difficult one. A lot of these are pretty easy.
All right.
I think there's 10. Let's say you need to get 8.
All right, I'll get 8.
Here's the first one.
Oh, shit. Inspector Gadget. No, this is... I actually do know this one. It's... I
got this one.
Costello, that one? Abbott and Costello?
No.
I don't know.
It does start with a C. Oh,
Casablanca.
Casablanca is correct.
Dang, nice.
That is correct.
All right. I'll take it.
That's
1-0.
Him talking
Casablanca.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I believe this is the beginning
of it. Oh, did you make it? You didn't make this.
No, I was going to, but then I found a website that did it
for you.
Super easily.
All right.
Here we go.
Indiana Jones.
Correct.
Yeah, it's Mary Poppins.
That's correct.
All right, I'm 3 for 3 here. We're locking in.
Come on.
Yeah, that's Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's correct.
The hat of Jack Sparrow.
Correct.
Captain Jack Sparrow. I think that hat is so sick. Do you like that hat?
Of course I like
the Jack Sparrow hat is a good hat. It's probably the best pirate hat. Ooh.
Yeah, you're not getting this one. I didn't get this one.
Shit. Give me live action Jungle Book.
That is Scary Movie 3.
Yep, not happening.
Apparently that's what's her face?
Oh, that's
Melissa.
That's very funny.
McCarthy?
Is that Melissa McCarthy? That is.
Kind of looks like her.
That's a very funny hat.
Boom.
Yeah, that's Puss in Boots.
Yeah, I think it's from Shrek.
It's from Shrek 2. I gotcha.
Yeah. Easy peasy. Here we go.
Yeah, I got it on my T-shirt. That's a Toy Story. That's Woody's hat.
That's correct. Ooh.
That's The Mask.
That's The Mask.
Pretty easy.
Starring.
Yep, Jim Carrey.
Correct. Ooh. I got this one. Will you?
It's a great question.
This will be your second.
Is it a Shirley Temple?
No, I'll give you one more guess.
Damn. The Notebook.
That would be My Fair Lady.
Never.
It's an oldie.
I don't feel bad about that one at all. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
That is correct.
Well, that's from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
That's the
Excuse me,
first
because
one
it's the Gene...
Yeah, Gene Wilder.
Yeah, Gene Wilder one.
Nice
I
work.
almost said Gene Simmons, and then I almost said Gene Hackman. Neither of those would have been correct.
You got 8 for 10.
I did. Oh, we're going somewhere. Oh, he's left the villa. I've been watching Love Island lately, and it's not great. It's not good television, but a lot of drama, a lot of stuff going on in Love Island, USA. This summer. It is interesting how much content they're able to put out. An episode a day, except for Wednesdays, is redonkulous. And the app, Rachel was showing me the app the other day, pretty ridiculous. That you can shop by Islander and like, oh, this girl, Alandria, had a really cute top. I want to buy her top. I want to buy Sierra's earrings. Brilliant. That's brilliant. Let's see it.
I didn't feel like wrapping it.
Yeah, fair.
So I put it in swaddling clothes.
Yep. Yeah.
Swaddling.
All right, we're going to lay it in a manger?
Yeah.
What a generous, thoughtful gift.
So, for y'all who don't know,
Wow.
with 3C Films
so generous.
On the podcast, we did a entire bracket, a 32 seed bracket of popcorn buckets, because 3C is the popcorn bucket guy.
Yes.
So if you want to watch that, go to the Patreon.
Yes.
But this one got out in the first round because it was up against like the bat signal. It was up against a really good one, and you just kept talking about how much like you were like, this was my favorite potentially.
Yeah, like this I felt would have beat a lot of the ones that went.
He was like, I wish this one was in the finals. And then I was at AMC yesterday and they had it. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get it for Alex.
What a generous gift. So thoughtful.
It is cool,
Andrew.
It is really cool.
So thoughtful. I'm speechless.
Yay!
What a nice gift.
There you go. And we can take it to the theater, or it can live on the set. Either one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do it, and it's gonna be coming out.
Like that? That's hard.
What a thoughtful gift.
So let's just recap this episode so far. You
I would have been nothing but mean to you.
You brought up Zutara. You made an entire
nice
painting of K-Rool spiking someone. How did we start the episode? There was something else. You did like 3 things.
Yeah.
Did you break it?
I think so. I'll figure that out. Okay. You doing the bracket or shall I? I do have the link ready.
I got it.
I can also send you the link if you would like.
I got it.
All right. Well, I'm going to pull up the link anyway.
Sure.
So that I can also be looking. I think that this is kind of the layer to the pod that we haven't gotten to yet.
Of what? You looking at it while I'm looking at it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Pixar scene bracket. 64 seeds. Let's get to it.
How do I play?
And we're still not getting to this point in the podcast, apparently. All right, up first.
Yes.
The first scene is
very easy. This is a very easy first scene. We're going to go with it's Married Life from Up, so the first 10 minutes of Up, versus the twist villain reveal in Lightyear. I haven't even seen Lightyear. Have you?
Nope.
I've heard it's bad. It's his dad or something, or it's him or whatever. It's not good.
I'm just turning on the air.
Smart.
It's a little stuffy.
A little toasty.
Yeah, no, good first seat. Oh, yeah, it's not playable right now.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can fix that. I will try. What's the next one?
The next one is Syndrome monologuing from The Incredibles, or we have Remy fixes the soup from Ratatouille. I love Syndrome monologuing, and I think it's a great scene and very meta and everything like that, and it's funny. But Remy fixing the soup in Ratatouille is a really hallmark moment to that movie. I'm going to go with that one.
I love The Incredibles so much.
There will be other Incredibles scenes that get it. That's not the best scene in The Incredibles.
You caught me monologuing.
Oh, it's so good.
Remy making the soup is, I'll give it. It's a little bit better. And the visual of it, and he's dancing around and the music.
Yep. So, you ready? We're really cooking right now. We've got Lightning McQueen pushes the king to the finish line in Cars, which is without question the best Pixar moment in that film. Or we've got Woody getting fixed in Toy Story 2, which is that weird scene where he fixes him.
But as a kid, it just burns into your brain. It's so weird and oddly satisfying. He's like rubbing his eye with like a Q-tip.
Yes, it's very interesting. But I'm going McQueen pushing the king easily.
And he's pulling out the little drawers of like extra eyeballs and stuff.
It's good. It's good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is. And like you said, it does burn into your brain.
It scratches my brain, man. Yeah, but we got to go McQueen.
Yep. Oh, these are 2 good ones. But I think there's going to be an upset here. Jack versus the raccoon in Incredibles 2. Or the door chase in Monsters, Inc. I know, the door chase, it's a great scene.
Yeah.
It's incredible, whatever. But I'm going with Jack versus the raccoon. It's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, and that is clearly the best scene in that movie.
Clearly.
Okay.
We've got 2 tough ones here. We've got Miguel sings to Abuelita Coco.
And Riley comes back home in Inside Out.
Yes.
Oh, frick.
That's tough.
That is tough.
This is a second or third round option, but here we are in the first round. For me, it's easily Coco.
For you, it's easily Coco. I would probably go Riley. I think that scene just hits home. But I will also say I think the Miguel singing to Abuela in Coco is clearly the best scene in that movie to me. So I will give it to...
my second favorite scene in that movie, but it is a tremendous Pixar moment. Here we go. I mean... This is two great ones. We've got The Incredibles versus the Omnidroid.
And then Nemo jams the filter with his lucky fin.
Yes. That's a stressful scene in Nemo.
It's a stressful scene in The Incredibles.
Yes, but...
Man's about to go in the lava. Gets his back snapped.
No, this is The Incredibles versus the Omnidroid.
Oh, I thought it was Mr. Incredible.
City.
Oh, I'm going that.
Correct.
The family working together?
Correct. And you get Dash running on the water again. You have Frozone. It's great. Oh, it's just great.
It's so good.
Oh, it's so good.
McQueen fading and crash in Cars 3 opens that movie.
That's the opening of that movie?
Basically,
You know, I've never seen that movie.
Oh, yeah. Like, it starts with the race, I'm pretty sure, and then him just, like, absolutely getting wrecked.
Wow. I remember that teaser. I was like, oh.
And it's, like, in slow-mo, and, you know, all the sports electric cars are coming up next to him, you know. You had a good run, and then...
Jackson Storm.
Yeah, and then the famous, McQueen is fading, which became a meme.
I just got some information from an insider that it's shot the exact same way that Doc Hudson's crash happens.
Whoa, that's cool. It is up against
Coral's death.
I'm going Coral's
This
death.
says The Incredibles. They mean Coral's death in Nemo.
Nemo.
These are two sharp, devastating openings.
Yes.
I think Nemo is a significantly better movie than Cars 3, mostly because I haven't seen Cars 3. So I'm going to go Coral's death.
Yeah.
Yep. What the fuck is Shaboom?
Shaboom scene? Yeah, and what is it?
What is Shaboom?
It's when all the lights go on in Cars and he's like dancing down with Sally.
Well, if we can't remember it, it's not good enough.
With Radiator Springs at night, that's a good scene.
Why is it called Shaboom?
Because
the
song is playing.
No.
Shaboom from Cars.
Facing the furnace in Toy Story 3.
Facing the furnace versus in Toy Story 3. I mean, really brings the Holocaust allegory to light.
Yep, for sure.
Really puts it in your face. Stuff I'm going to do scene at the end of Up versus the train scene in Luca. I haven't even seen Luca. So we'll go stuff I'm going to do scene in Up. The Incredibles reunion in Incredibles. That's when they all fight the spinning guys in the jungle and got busy. Yeah, or To the Skies and Up.
I assume that's when the balloons actually take off, which is really iconic.
Really good and really iconic. I'm going The Incredibles reunion.
I'm going Up.
Really?
Just because, like, the balloons over the house thing has become such like a...
It is. It's synonymous with Pixar, not just Up.
Yeah.
And you get it, like, raising off of the house. And it's good. I'll give it to you. Toys Cross the Street in Toy Story 2?
Yeah, when they're under the cones and it gets stuck in the gum and everything.
Or
Vespa.
the Silencio Bruno scene from Luca. Again, I haven't seen Luca.
That's a good scene, and the Vespa is a big part of it, and Silencio Bruno is a good saying in that movie, but like nothing in Luca is gonna
beat anything in Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
We've got the Claw in Toy Story, or Escaping Sunnyside in Toy Story 3. Escaping Sunnyside in Toy Story 3 is a favorite to win this bracket. I'm just letting you know.
It's good. It's so fun.
That's
tough.
It is.
That's not a scene. That's like...
It's a sequence.
It's like 15 minutes long.
It is... You want to talk about a prison break sequence? There aren't many better than Escaping Sunnyside.
It's amazing.
We've got... Oh, the Buzz.
Flying and landing in the van.
Mm-hmm.
Buzz, we missed the truck. We're not aiming for the truck. Have you seen the meme?
9/11.
Yeah, where it flies into the towers. Crazy. Merida fights Mordu.
Nothing from Brave is beating anything from Toy Story 1.
Absolutely not.
Lotso's backstory in Toy Story 3, or the airport sequence in Toy Story 2. So the airport sequence is quite good, but I'm easily going Lotso's backstory here.
What? I love the airport sequence, but that's fine. I'm not gonna.
But Lotso's backstory is incredible.
Yeah.
No, not yeah.
I'm not gonna. Anxiety Storm, Inside Out 2. That is a really good moment.
But Merida shooting for her own hand. Merida sucks. Brave sucks.
No, that's a good scene. That's a good scene.
It's where she shoots the arrow through the arrow through the arrow. Anxiety Storm.
I agree, but that is a good. Talking to her mom in the spirit realm.
That's from Brave, I think.
No, that's Turning Red.
Oh, not happening.
Sorry. Honey, where's my super suit? Oh my gosh.
One of the better jokes in Pixar history.
Evening
is in danger.
That's a favorite. I mean, if you're talking about things that have just been quoted, period.
Hilarious.
Oh, good stuff. Okay.
The cubicle scene in Incredibles.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I know you're upset.
This is the circus scene in A Bug's Life. Actually, kind of underrated scene, but I think it's easily the cubicle scene.
Easily. Oh, I love that movie so much. That's got to be top 5 movies of all time.
Take a drive in Cars. This is a great scene. This is him and Sally's drive.
I thought we already did that.
No, that is Shaboom. That's with the lights up at Radiator Springs at night.
Then she said, and he drives with Sally.
Yeah, no, the drive with Sally.
Is this where she poops in his mouth?
Correct.
Okay. Bing Bong, Saving Joy and Sadness.
Bing Bong.
Oh my gosh,
Bing Bong.
Who's your friend that likes to play?
We've got
Wall-E Experiencing Space. That's good.
Yes. Or that's where he grabs...
Yeah, I think isn't that when him and Eve have the fire extinguisher?
Yes,
dancing?
and they dance.
That's freaking sick.
Or we've got the Toy Story 2 opening with Buzz versus Zurg.
That's another scene that scratched my brain as a child.
That's a great scene.
I loved that.
But personally, I prefer the Toy Story 3 opening, so I'm going Wall-E here.
Okay.
Birthday present opening in Toy Story.
That's when he gets Buzz.
Yes.
The one at the end of the movie is Christmas, where they get the dog.
Yes. But is that not the...
That's when the Green Army men are like doing the reconnaissance.
It's great.
It's good. What's it against? Fire extinguisher dance. So we were wrong.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go back and make that one Toy Story.
So you'll go Toy Story 2 opening with Buzz versus Zurg for the last one, but now we'll go Fire Extinguisher Dance for this one?
Yeah.
Sure, I will give you that.
Okay, so now in the next round, it will actually be what we thought it was originally. The Toy Story 2 opening versus...
Correct.
Fire
now we've got the opening race from Cars, which is great and iconic. That's where McQueen does it, work with his pit crew.
Yeah, and he sticks his tongue out.
Yes, and it's a 3-way tie, just electric.
This is fun. Okay.
Or we've got Wall-E protects Eve montage. This is where they're still on Earth, where she's a fucking dead.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just like taking her
He's trying
around.
to hold her hand and putting the umbrella over her.
Yeah,
and...
I'm going opening race easily.
Yeah.
Woody says goodbye to the gang in Toy Story 4. Frick you. Or we got Finn McMissile escaping in the cold open of Cars 2.
I'm giving you Finn McMissile all day.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Do 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 do.
Oh yeah.
Wade and Ember touch for the first time. Cute moment, not my favorite, but it's a cute moment.
Riding the Australian coast, isn't it? The Australian Current, East Australian Current.
But
one
so
is
that would be
cuter.
the turtle sequence,
Huh?
That would be them with the turtles.
Yeah.
That's it.
EAC, dude.
That's it. The turtle sequence is incredible.
Yeah, I mean the introduction of Crush has got to win,
and
right?
Squirt, and it's
the Wade and Ember touching scene is great, though. I really love that moment where the whole movie is about the prejudices their families have, and they're not supposed to be together, and then they kind of figure out that it would work. And when they first touch, they don't know what's going to happen, and they take that leap of faith because they like each other so much. It's really, really good.
It's a good scene, but it's not the best scene in that movie. And I'm not saying that the EAC is the best scene in Nemo, but like when you think about it, when Squirt gets launched or something and he gets out of the current and Marlin like freaks out and Crush is like, no,
you gotta let him.
He's gonna get back on his own, and he does. It's such an important lesson for Marlin.
I've never thought about it that way. I'm such an idiot. That's so true.
Nemo's a masterpiece.
It is.
It is. Like
it's really good.
When you like, dude, I'm getting emotional. Like Nemo. I'm gonna watch Nemo tonight, man. This movie's incredible.
Let's watch it. I would so be down to watch it.
Yeah, that movie's excellent.
Hey, you know what's next? Merida. That's the first word.
Bye versus Jesse's backstory. Bang! Jesse's backstory is incredible. It's almost as good as Lotso's backstory. I'm gonna get hate for that.
Yeah, people hate that scene.
No,
when
Lotso's backstory.
Somebody loves me.
No, that shit is so sad.
It is sad.
Pull yourself together from Incredibles.
Oh my gosh! Pull yourself together. I love Pixar, man.
I can't.
It sucks that Elio's not going to be good.
Oh, and then here's an Onward thing I haven't seen. Onward
Montage of the moments with brothers. That's a great scene. It's at the end of the movie. The whole movie is about them being brothers and kind of sacrificing for each other. And then at the end, one makes a sacrifice for the other, and it really means a lot. And there's like a montage. Basically, they don't have a dad the whole movie. Their dad's dead, and they're trying to bring him back. And then the younger brother kind of
realizes that the
older brother has been.
I've heard that.
That's
really good.
I'm getting emotional. But pull yourself together.
Pull yourself together. You are Elastigirl. Oh, it's so good.
Army men being deployed.
Yeah, in Toy Story.
Learning to cook. That's when he's actually accidentally throwing stuff out the window.
Yep, it's Ratatouille. Yep. Dash running from the goons. This is him running on the water in Incredibles 1.
Oh, and he like giggles and laughs. That's
good. But versus falling back to Earth from Soul is good.
Is that at the end?
I think. I'm going to go Dash from The Incredibles, though, because I don't remember that specific moment.
There are some good moments in... If it was... Hopefully there's another Soul one in here.
Well, the next one is Soul, which is Joe talks to his mom. Got to be totally honest with you. Don't remember this scene at all.
You got to be a little more specific. There are multiple scenes where Joe talks to his mom.
But Sully saying goodbye to Boo is the scene. This is an automatic favorite, so that's going to beat Joe talking to his mom in any case.
Yeah.
Here's the opening sequence from
Toy Story 3.
From Toy Story 3 or Plush Rush from Toy Story 4. Oh, that is them doing... That's Key and Peele, which you don't like.
No, I don't.
I like Key and Peele in that movie, but it's the opening sequence.
I like them in their own stuff. I did not like...
Okay, here we go.
Jazz club scene.
There you go. Versus the training montage in The Incredibles.
Oh, Mr. Incredible lifting the...
Okay, you ready? The Incredibles has won literally every single matchup up until this point. I'm giving it to the Jazz Club scene because this is the scene where they show him in his zone.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful sequence.
He's nervous at first, and then he kind of vibes with the band, and then the lead lady is like... I'll see you tonight, or whatever.
It's great. Yeah. I like that a lot. Oh.
Anton Ego tries Ratatouille, and he gets a flashback to his mom, also very famous. Losing Bo Peep.
Losing Bo Peep is a great scene. It's the opening scene of Toy Story 4. I actually think it's probably my favorite scene in that entire movie, because when that scene was happening, I was like, oh, they fucking nailed it. Again, I was like, I can't believe they've got me into Toy Story 4, and I can't believe I'm enjoying it this much. But I do love that scene, but Anton Ego... trying the Ratatouille is easily my favorite scene in Ratatouille. It's one of my favorite scenes in any animated movie ever. I have to put that one through.
Yeah, that's great. And then Grasshopper's entrance in A Bug's Life, and then Last Playtime with Andy.
Last Playtime with Andy. I'm really upset about some of the ones that aren't on this list.
Yeah, I was about to say. So let's say some of them. My one from Soul is when he puts all the stuff out on the piano from his life and just plays based on his inspiration from that.
That's
the
really
leaf
good.
that's falling.
Yep.
The lollipop, whatever. That's one of my favorite scenes.
I really like the Hopper scene from Bug's Life where he explains to them the numbers. Essentially fascism.
Yes.
Where he's like, we can't let any of them
if
come
one
against
stands,
us.
they all stand up. Yeah.
Yes, so that's a great scene. But I feel like there's so many scenes that are missing. I mean, Nemo, there's a couple of scenes. I mean, there's the shark bait hoo-ha-ha. There's the scene where
fish are friends, not food. Just keep swimming.
I touched the butt. That probably wouldn't have made it far. And then what other? I imagine there's an enormous amount of Pixar movies that
Monsters
we're missing
Inc.
here.
I feel like put that thing back where I came from. So help me, bomb.
2319.
2319.
2319's not.
I bet we could do a whole other bracket.
Probably. That'll be for part 2.
Okay.
So, from the top, make it drop. That's some wet-ass pussy.
Okay, thanks, Alex.
You're welcome.
At the top, we have Married Life versus
Remy fixing the soup. I love Remy fixing the soup. It's Married Life.
It's Married Life. Okay, then we have Jack versus the raccoon versus McQueen pushes...
the king. We're pushing the king forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've got Jack versus raccoon.
Yes, but it's not better than McQueen pushing the king. There are a couple scenes from Cars that we missed here. What about the scene with the awesome cars that lull Mac to sleep?
Yeah. That's what I thought Shaboom was for a second.
If that was Shaboom, Shaboom would win.
Okay, then we've got Coral's death. No, we've got Miguel.
Miguel versus...
Sings to Abuela versus...
The Incredibles versus the Omnidroid.
I'm going Incredibles, but I would not be mad at putting Miguel through.
My favorite scene in Coco isn't on here, which is the year later. with the festival where he gets to walk over. That's not even on here. What are we doing here? No, this is a great bracket, actually.
This is a good bracket.
I'll give you Incredibles.
Great.
Because it is just the best animated film of all time, sometimes.
So it's going to be Coral's death, right?
Coral's death versus Shaboom. I'm going Coral's death. Oh, no. Coral's death versus facing the furnace.
Facing the furnace. Huh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stuff I'm going to do scene from Up.
To the skies.
Versus To the Skies.
Stuff I'm going to do.
Yes.
Toys cross the street, escaping Sunnyside. Escaping Sunnyside.
Escaping Sunnyside is a favorite to win.
Buzz flying.
Yep.
Is that the...
Versus Lotso's backstory. I want to go Lotso's backstory here.
Not the 9/11 one?
I get it. It's a funny joke. But Lotso's backstory, it's like... It's so good because it's like... In that very short sequence, which is narrated by Chuckles the Clown, which is just wonderfully done because he's got that deep, gravelly voice. And he's narrating it, and it's something snapped in Lotso that day. And it's just, it's what happened to Lotso is so sad, but it's how he handled it that makes him so evil. It informs everything in the rest of the movie. And the way they frame, up until this point, Sunnyside, yeah, it's not happy in rainbows because we see the toys get roughed up by the children, but it's not quite sinister yet. Yeah, they reprogram Buzz and everything, but it's not quite sinister yet. It's until this where Sunnyside is framed up with the lightning strike in the rainstorm that makes it really Auschwitz. In that moment, it becomes Auschwitz in that movie, and in that moment, Lotso becomes Dr. Joseph Mengele.
Yeah, but Buzz is flying.
I'm going Lotso here.
Fine. Anxiety. Honey's wear my super suit. Honey, where's wear my super suit?
Yep.
Cubicle scene. Bing bong. Bing bong.
I really want to go cubicle here, but you know me, I'm not an inside out guy.
It's got to be bing bong, unfortunately.
You think?
Yeah, it does.
Because he dies?
Yeah. It's rough. It's good. Toy Story 2 opening. Fire extinguisher dance.
Fire extinguisher dance. The opening race in Cars versus Finn McMissile.
I'll give it to you.
You will? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Writing the EAC, Jesse's backstory.
I go with EAC.
Yeah.
Because it's got a perfect blend of comedy and important for the message. And you have Dory all roughed up from the jellyfish, which is a serious dramatic moment. It's good.
Pull yourself together, learning to cook. Pull yourself together. You are Elastigirl!
Over learning to cook?
Yes.
Really?
And now he's got... And she's...
I'm losing it! I assumed I was gone. Yeah, you're right. All right, yeah.
Go, fight, win! And call me when you get there, darling.
I enjoy our chats.
Dash running on the water, yep. Sully saying bye to Boo.
Sully saying bye to Boo.
Yep.
Opening scene in Toy Story 3. Or the Jazz Club.
I'm doing Toy Story 3.
Really? You just love them playing? It's so fun.
Oh, I love it. I just like other scenes in Soul a little bit more. And
all right. Sure.
You good with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Anton Ego, last playtime with Andy.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's tough for you, huh? Not tough for me.
You're going last playtime.
Yeah.
Can we please go Ego here? We have so many Toy Story 3 already on this list. I get that the last playtime with Andy is the best scene in that movie.
Last playtime with Andy should be a favorite to win this bracket. That's how good that's.
I think Anton Ego...
It should also be a favorite.
When he eats it and you get the zoom in, which has now become iconic, and it's back to him and he's crying with the broken bicycle and his mom.
I get it. And it's a very famous scene for a reason. I agree, but you gotta remember here, we care way more about Woody, Buzz, Andy, and it's
Ego.
The culmination of 3 movies and them leaving each other. That's way more traumatic and impactful than this food critic that we've spent 5 minutes with flashing back to his mom. Still a good scene. It's just not the same. But if you still want to do it, I've requested a lot from you, so I will give it to you. But I think it would be the wrong choice.
I understand saying it would be the wrong choice, but I don't know if I cried. You know what? Yeah, I didn't cry. at Playtime with Andy. I don't know if I've ever cried at Last Playtime with Andy. Not only do I cry every time with Ego trying the Ratatouille, but I cried the first time at a time where I don't remember crying too much in movies when I was a child. And that movie wrecked me as a child. So I have the personal connection to that one enough where I want to put it through.
I think almost everyone else on the planet would say the exact opposite of what you just said.
You cry at the Last Playtime with Andy?
I am way closer to crying in that scene every time than the Ratatouille scene. Again, I don't care about Anton Ego as much as I care about Andy being separated from Woody. But again,
Does this include the So Long partner?
Of course.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's so good.
And should be the end of the series.
100%.
But because in 2019 Toy Story 5 made $1.5 billion, we're going to get Toy Story 4 made $1.5 billion. We're going to get Toy Story movies till the day we die.
Yes, we are.
We're going to see
till we're 90.
Toy Story 23 is going to come out.
Sorry.
All right, I'll give it to you.
No, I don't want you to be upset.
No, I'll give it to you. It's fine. You're right. You're probably right.
We can do one based on super personal feelings if we want. How about I will defer to you in the next 2 or 3.
Just defer to me on one that's coming up because I know it's going to be bad.
Ooh, okay. All right, I'll give it to you. I'm trying to catch up because this bracket is now open, so we can do it on here. But I guess it's not worth it, huh? All right, back up to the top. Married Life versus McQueen Pushing King.
Married Life.
Married Life. Incredibles versus the Omnidroid Facing the Furnace.
Facing the Furnace, probably?
Yes, I agree. Stuff I'm going to do, Escaping Sunnyside.
Escaping Sunnyside. Not even close.
Okay.
There you go. That's what I was hoping for.
Lotso, backstory, I assume. Honey, Where's My Super Suit?
I'll give you Honey, Where's My Super Suit.
Let's go.
But Lotso's backstory is incredible. It is one of the better scenes in the film.
Sure. Bing Bong, Fire Extinguisher Dance.
Bing Bong. Right? That's what you want?
I'm fine with either there, to be honest.
Then I'd rather go Fire Extinguisher Dance.
Okay.
I'm just not an inside-out guy too much.
Hello. Okay. Finn McMissile riding the EAC.
Damn. We got to go EAC here.
Yes, we do. Pull yourself together.
Yep.
Sully says bye to Boo.
Sully says bye to Boo. Not even close.
Fine.
No, not fine. Be so for real right now, Andrew.
Fine. Opening. See, I think I effed up. Let me go through this real quick.
This guy.
Our bracket.
Can you be slightly professional?
It wasn't. You didn't make sure the bracket was started either.
You're right.
Learning to cook. Dash running from the goons. Sully saying bye to Boo. Opening sequence in Toy Story 3. Jazz club scene. Anton Ego. Last playtime. Jazz club scene. Opening sequence. Sully saying bye. Learning to cook. Pull yourself together. Riding the EAC. Opening race. No. Finn McMissile. Fire extinguisher dance. I hope I didn't F this whole thing up. 1 second. I know you're upset. Honey, Where's My Super Suit? Lotso's backstory. There's a lot of things in this freaking bracket. Escaping Sunnyside. Stuff I'm going to do. Facing the Furnace. Okay, almost there.
He's almost there. Thank you for your patience, everybody. We really appreciate it.
We did it. Miguel Sings to Abuela, right? Over Incredibles versus Omnidroid.
We did.
Married Life.
Oh, no, we went Incredibles versus Omnidroid.
Did we really?
Yes, we did, because you wanted that.
All right, good for me. King pushes the... Okay, so we did Married Life over McQueen pushes the King. Miguel sings to... We'll do Facing the Furnace either way. Okay. Stuff I'm going to do. Escaping Sunnyside wins. Lotso backstory versus Honey, Where's My Super Suit? Honey, Where's My Super Suit? Bing Bong versus Fire Extinguisher Dance. Fire Extinguisher Dance. Finn McMissile versus riding the EAC. EAC.
Mm-hmm.
Pull yourself together. Sully saying bye. Okay, here we go. Opening sequence versus Last Playtime with Andy. Is that right? Opening sequence of Toy Story 3 because that beat out Jazz Club scene, right?
Yep.
Last Playtime with Andy.
Wow. Yeah, obviously, we'll go Last Playtime with Andy.
All right, back up to the top. Married Life, Facing the Furnace.
Married Life.
Correct. Escaping Sunnyside, Honey, Where's My Supersuit? Frick.
I don't think it's close. I'm sorry, Andrew. It's Escaping Sunnyside. You're forgetting how magic that sequence is.
I just watched it. We just watched it. I know how magical that sequence is. I know it's not anywhere near as popular in the popular culture zeitgeist in mind as freaking...
You're right, but think about what you laugh at more, okay? Where's My Supersuit is hilarious. My Evening is in Danger is hilarious, okay? But now think about Mr. Potato Head as a sausage.
Pretty sure he's a cucumber. Pretty sure that's a cucumber. It's a garden. He goes into a garden.
Yeah, but it's a sausage.
They don't grow sausages in gardens. They grow cucumbers, though.
How much do you want to bet?
How much you want to bet? Actually, how much you want to bet? Put your phone down. $100?
No.
I called his bluff, everybody.
Mr.
Actually, you're both wrong.
What the frick is it?
Well, this is a pickle, but...
You were way closer if it is a
yeah,
pickle.
you were way closer.
I need to see this. Oh my gosh. It's 100% a pickle. How did I think this was a sausage?
He also is a tortilla.
This looks like a cucumber. I'm glad I didn't bet you. He does the tortilla.
Yes, that's my favorite version.
Isn't...
You were right. You were either way closer or you were right. I don't know why I've always thought it was a sausage.
Yeah, a pickle is a cucumber that has been
that's
pickled.
why that's...
So I was right.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why
glad I
said
didn't bet you.
This says a pickle, but...
Yeah, okay.
But that is fucking hysterical. Spanish Buzz.
It's not...
Spanish Buzz. All of these are in the escape
That's
sequence.
so not fair. It's like a 15-minute sequence.
It is. It's a sequence, but
fine,
it
just
has
because
to,
it's longer.
It's longer and it's funnier and it's electric. It's amazing. It's just the best.
But that...
We're breaking out of here.
My evening's in danger.
I know, it's hilarious.
You tell me what my suit is, woman. We are talking about the greater good. I am your wife.
There is no greater good.
Okay, it's good. You ever gonna
No,
get? And then he
it's
just
so
looks at the camera like, "Are you being serious?"
It's so funny.
Fire extinguisher dance, riding the EAC.
I'm gonna go EAC.
Excellent. Sully saying bye to Boo. Last playtime with Andy. Both goodbye scenes. Playtime.
I want to go Boo.
Playtime. Edit that out.
Boo was so sad.
And Toy Story 3 isn't?
All right, we'll do Last Playtime with Andy.
I just... Because you get the whole... them playing and him, like, introducing them. This is Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger.
Oh, it's
defending the
so
galaxy.
beautiful.
And he's talking about how Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head love each other.
You're right, because they do the same thing in Monsters, Inc., where she shows him all of her toys. They even show a little Nemo, because that was their next movie.
Yeah.
And like, you don't give a fuck, but you give a fuck about everything in Last Playtime with Andy. You're right. You're right. You win.
Is that okay?
Yes, it's Last Playtime with Andy.
I've been bullying you a little bit.
No, you're cooking. You're onto something here.
Here we go.
What do you got?
Quarterfinals. Semifinals? Married Life versus Escaping Sunnyside.
Yeah, I want to go... Yeah, it's got to be Married Life. It does. It has to be. Even though Escaping Sunnyside, it's one of my favorite sequences in any movie ever. You got to go Married Life, right? Married Life is such a tremendous sequence that it has brainwashed the public into thinking up as a good film.
Yeah. You literally talked about how great the Stuff I'm Going to Do scene was earlier in this podcast segment, and that's at the end of the movie. Okay.
Right, so it's bookended. It's like the line leader.
How do you get from one point to the other? You have
by doing
a story
drugs.
that you tell that's very interesting.
Right, you do drugs.
Squirrel is amazing. Last Playtime with Andy, riding the EAC. I think it's Last Playtime with Andy.
Yep.
And this is great because we have a Toy Story versus an Up moment, which is great. It's Married Life versus Last Playtime with Andy.
I think it's Married Life. Yeah. There you go. Nice work. And to wrap this thing off, I know this is kind of a longer episode. Please bear with us, everybody. we've got the MCU question of the day. In my opinion, this is one of the better ones I've ever had. You ready? What are you laughing about? What's the deal? What is so funny?
You remember our buddy Danny Mata?
Yes.
Someone messaged me on Instagram one time. He's a very small creator. I don't know what exactly he does or whatever, but he's like, I'm making a diss track on Danny Mata. This was like months ago. He's like, I literally need you to say one sentence. I'm going to auto-tune you into this diss track that I'm making.
Okay.
And I say like, not a man or something like that. That's in the song. And he posted it forever ago. I totally forgot about it. Apparently Danny just saw it. He took a screenshot of me in the video and said,
he said, "You rat bastard." That's hilarious. I got to see that video.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Lock in for MCU question of the day. You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Other than Kevin Feige, who is the most important person or people to the MCU and their success? Okay? I'm going to give you some that stand out. The Russo brothers directed probably the 4 best films. Certainly 4 most successful films critically and commercially. Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, right? Chris Evans, Captain America. Here are some lesser known ones. Editor Jeff Ford, the Russo brothers called him a cornerstone of the MCU, edited many of the best and most critically acclaimed MCU movies. Also, he was the person to come up with the "I am Iron Man" line at the end of Endgame when Tony is snapping. Originally, they filmed it and Tony didn't say anything. And in the editor's room, Jeff Ford said he should say "I am Iron Man." And that was the final thing they filmed for Endgame. Another one, casting director Sarah Finn, cast every single MCU film except one. Which one do you think it was? The obvious one, Incredible Hulk. Every other MCU film, she cast Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Yeah. She cast Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. And then, not exactly the most popular human being on the planet Earth, but Joss Whedon is responsible for Avengers 1, Avengers Age of Ultron, and it's really is Joss Whedon's blueprint for the subsequent Avengers movies that would go on to gross billions and billions of dollars. And then anybody else that you might be able to think of.
No, the first one I thought of was, I think the correct answer is Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, obviously. Obviously, I thought Joss Whedon. Some of the other actors, obviously, the big 6 that started it all. So, Clint Barton. So Jeremy Renner, Scarlett Johansson, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans, and RDJ are all
Samuel L. Jackson as well.
Samuel L. Jackson is a good pull. Good pull. Yeah. Jon Favreau, I mean, he starred in a bunch and he edited the first one.
He did direct the first one. So and that's an argument as
and
well.
And he's in Iron Man 3, and he's in Deadpool and Wolverine, and he's in Homecoming. Moving forward, Tom Holland is going to be a big one.
Benedict Cumberbatch. But your answer, concrete, is RDJ?
Yeah, I think so.
For the same reason that your answer is RDJ, my answer is Sarah Finn. She cast RDJ. Yeah. She cast everybody that you just named. She's responsible for getting them those jobs. And now it's a lot easier, sure, because they can get Oscar Isaac for Moon Knight because they're the fucking MCU. Yeah. But then, taking that kind of risk on RDJ, yes, RDJ has become the biggest movie star of all time in terms of earnings or whatever because of the MCU. But Sarah Finn is the one that took that risk with Kevin Feige and with Jon Favreau and other people. But she is the through line. I take Sarah Finn.